Welcome to Launch the Jesus Initiative. I'm your host, T.Latoya Cunningham. I'm so excited today because we did a pop-up, everybody. Welcome to a live pop-up. Um,
Yes.
I'm excited because I have a very special guest on today. She is a business owner. She's out of the Florida area, and I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself and to tell you the name of her business, and then we're gonna jump right in. And one of the reasons that I wanted to have on tonight because I wanted to spotlight someone that's a black-owned business, especially a female black-owned business, and not just about the race piece of it, but it's just the fact that we have to celebrate our own and give you guys opportunity to meet some new people on the live and give you guys the opportunity to buy some new products. Christmas is right around the corner, so
Yes,
it's
it is.
time for that. So I'm going
Yes.
to allow her to introduce herself. She's going to tell you her name and the name of her business. Welcome to Launch.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here. Long story short, let me introduce myself. My name is LaShonda Spence. I'm originally from North Carolina, by way of Illinois, by way of Florida, which is my final landing spot. I hope. I really don't plan on moving anytime soon, especially coming from Chicago. And I'm the owner and founder of True Vixen Pheromone Infused Hair and Company. I've owned this business, established it rather, in 2015. And I just, coming from the beauty industry, I own two salons in Charlotte, North Carolina for about 10 to 13 years. And coming from a beauty background, I felt like it was time for hair weaves and bundles and lace wigs and all of that to just evolve. So that's when I came up with the idea of infusing pheromones into the hair to alter my mood. I've never been a drinker or a marijuana smoker, but I do enjoy but I do enjoy a good glass of wine and being in a good mood. So I've always been curious about pheromone infused hair products and pheromone infused perfumes. And I know that they work, but I had never thought about incorporating it into hair business because when I was had the salon and standing behind the chair, all I wanted to do was slang hair. So when my arms and hands gave out on me after years of doing sew-ins, I decided I need to evolve along with this path and journey of doing hair. So I came up with pheromone infused hair, and it is patent pending. I decided I need to
Wow,
along
wow.
with this path and
Just
journey
mind
of
me,
doing hair.
don't mind me. I'm sharing.
Yeah, me too. I did that too.
That's why you hear that we're gonna be
Yeah,
real. I'm sharing to some places because I want some people to tune in. I know they're gonna be
definitely.
blessed by her story and about her product. So just give me a minute. I'm gonna mute this phone so I can add everyone in here on my Facebook group. I want to encourage everybody to jump in, and we're gonna get started. Okay, let me see. Let me see.
And look, I got to take a picture of me and two of my girls, and me and you as well.
Amen. Amen. Okay. So let's get started. So you said that you've been doing hair for many years because you're a
Many.
former hair salon owner,
Yeah,
and so that was your inspiration just to
yeah,
come up with a better way. I really truly believe in working smarter instead of harder.
definitely. Oh
And
yeah,
a lot of the hair products that we do use are, most of the times bought from Korean shops.
yeah.
And so that's why this is so important to spotlight you because,
Thank you.
we spend thousands of dollars in those shops and we're not uplifting our own community.
Hmm.
And the black dollar, if you do it, some research on our economics, is the most strongest dollar there is when it comes to purchasing. So it's important for us to go out there and to support our own, and then for us to reciprocate that. Many communities do not do that.
Yeah,
Um, and we're one of those communities, but when many communities do that, you find that they do that in the Jewish community. They support one another. In the Korean community, and even in the
definitely.
Latino Hispanic community, they support one another. So that's one of the reasons why I want to have you on today as
Yes,
well.
thank you.
Yes. So
I
let me
appreciate
ask
it.
you a few questions. So
Sure.
your products, what is your top selling product?
My top selling product is, well, it's two probably that come neck and neck, and that would be my teeth whitening kits and my edge control, which come in two strengths, strong and extra strong. Strong is really for people who have relaxed hair or thin hair or fine hair. My extra strength is for my natural sisters. It will lay
Okay.
down, it doesn't cake, it doesn't flake, and it has pheromone infused. It's pheromone infused, as you can see,
Okay.
and it smells wonderful. Like the scent from the pheromones will instantly put you in a better mood. And not only that, I have had testimonies from my clients. You'll see it on my website, truevixen.com, where some of my clients and my customers have said, I put this on my hair and I had to fly out for a business trip, and the men on the airplane just would not stop talking to me. So it's a scientific fact that the hormone called pheromones that we secrete naturally, all living things secrete pheromones. It does attract opposite sex along with some other type of people. So I can't speak for everybody, but it will definitely make you feel more attractive. It's just the scent. It's a natural instinct, that a natural scent that we give off, a fragrance almost. The ones that the hormones pheromone that I use in my product, however, is a synthetic version of that. So I can't get the natural version of it, but the synthetic version of it works just as well. It's powerful, and I guarantee you, when you get the product and smell it yourself, it instantly puts you in a better mood.
Amen. Now let me ask you this one question. Now, so you have the strong. Well, you had it comes in two strips. Tell us a
Mhm.
little bit about the first strength and how does it benefit your hair?
This one here, the strong, is the milder of the two formulas, and as you can see, it's clear. What it does is it doesn't have any alcohol or formaldehyde or any type of those agents in it. While it's not all natural, it is vegan and it's
Okay.
cruelty free, and it doesn't cake up. It will not cause breakage. And the most important thing about this, outside of it being pheromone infused, is that it's reworkable. And by reworkable, what I mean is, if you put some on your hair today and you go out about your business, whether you're going to the gym or to dinner or whatever, to dance or whatever, and you come home at night and you wrap your hair up like most sisters do at night, when you
Right.
get up in the morning, you don't have to reapply this. You just
Wow.
rework it. All you have to do is rework it. You don't have to reapply. So a jar, and this is about 4 ounces. This jar will last you, unless somebody wants some, your daughter or your sister, somebody whoever live in your home steal it from you, because that happens all the time. Will last you about a month. This is the good stuff. And so the strong goes for $15. You won't find another product that's more comparable to this. It doesn't cake, flake, and the scent is outstanding.
Now, when you said that it doesn't contain alcohol, that's really
Mhm.
important because
Yeah,
alcohol dries your
yeah,
hair out. So that's
definitely.
one of the components that that's really helpful not having in the product, because I know a lot of people who have dry hair. This
Yeah,
will simply just aggravate it even more if it had
yes,
alcohol in there and formaldehyde.
definitely, definitely. Yeah.
Excuse
So we
me.
don't have to worry about any drying agents in this product.
Okay, and does it actually let's say, does it cause any hair growth, or is that one of the benefits of it, or is it something that we would just be able to use because a lot of women are now in the marketplace, they're into business, so is it just something that we would use just to make sure that we're professionally groomed and we're able to go places and look nice, or is it something that maybe even have any hair growth components to it?
No, the my edge control doesn't have any hair growth components to it. This is strictly a maintenance product. While
Okay.
it won't cause any damage to your hair, I can't say that it will help your hair grow. Now, what I can tell you will make your hair grow, because I've been a licensed cosmetologist in 3 states for the last, Lord, 25 years. What will make your hair grow is a good vitamin, drinking a lot of water, and scalp manipulation.
Okay,
I
wow.
can definitely tell you that.
Awesome. Now, what about the one that's for the natural sisters that
This one
don't
here,
have any
yeah.
chemicals?
Yeah, this one is my extra strength, and it's the same texture, the clear. Hope that you can see the
Oh, I
clear
can see it.
texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, the smell is amazing. They both have pheromones in it. This one has a more of like a wood base, like they were saying perfume world, like a fragrance world, like a wood scent base. While this
Okay.
one here is more citrus smell, but they both have pheromones in them. But the carrier that I use so that you can differentiate between the two, as far as the scents, you is unrecognized. It is recognizable. You would definitely recognize it if you smelled it again. So again, my extra strength is for my natural sisters, and this
Okay.
is also a great product to use for braiding services to take care of the flyaways, so you don't have that fuzzy look at the end of your braid or your lock or your sister lock or whatever type of natural style you're doing, like to slick your edges down or to get the flyaways lay down. This is a great product for that. And again, even on the outside of a braid, it won't flake up, it won't cake up, it doesn't turn white, and the smell is amazing. The scent is amazing.
Now tell me a little bit how you can manipulate that with the braids, because you said that it makes the braids look better.
Yes, what you do is, again, this is the hairstylist in me speaking. You just like any braider would know how we like when we braid in hair, whether it be cornrows, box braids, knotless braids, whatever. You keep some on your finger that's a little tacky. Some use beeswax, but beeswax attract a lot of dust and dirt in your hair. This will not. As long as you keep your fingers tacky while you're doing a braid, a cornrow, a lock, or anything, the flyaways will lay down, and your finished look will be so much smoother. You won't have all those flyaways that you have at the end of your braid, and then you could put some on the customer edges so that to lay their hairs down. If some ladies choose to have that look, so it's versatile in that way. Either strength is versatile in that way, but the extra strong get the job done. And again, when you have the good stuff, which is what this is, a little goes a long way.
That's awesome. And see, that's important now, because you want to look put together. You want to come outside
Absolutely.
looking at your best, and you want, to make sure that you have that investment, because there's a lot of mothers out there, single or even married, people. And the women, what we do, we're the last person that we take care of, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
We don't do things
Yeah.
anymore. I remember when I had my son, and I used to be the one that would trust me the latest handbag, okay?
Yeah.
And I always had it, and had heels on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 14 now. And one of the crazy things is I traded in the handbags for the diaper bag.
Girl, me too.
So
Yeah.
everything went in that. I have a closet full of stacked handbags, and
Yeah.
they're in prime condition. But what it was is that it was all about my son. It was all
Mm-hmm.
about us being a mother and having what we needed to make sure that we got
Yeah.
through the day and take care of them. And we tend to neglect ourselves. That's some of the things
Yeah.
that we do. We really neglect ourselves when we do these sort of things. So
Yeah.
that's why I was saying that, it's very important for us as women to do self-care, to do things to make us feel
Yes.
good, to
It's
keep our
vital.
hair together. And
Absolutely.
that's one of my New Year's resolutions. Again, check again,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
work on keeping my hair together, because we're so quick to throw a weave or something in there, and
Yeah.
it's so much. It's so much. If you have that option,
Yeah.
there's so much that we can really do with our own hair.
It is. And
Now,
even if you are a weave wear or a wig wear like me, like I don't go to the mailbox without my lace wig on, honey. My lashes and lace wig and some lip gloss, those are my three basic necessities, because I've learned the hard way. When I don't look good, I don't feel good. And when I don't feel good, that's reflected on my family. They can tell I'm not feeling good. I'm not in a good mood. And I don't want to be the grumpy, naggy old mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be
right.
her. I want to continue to be grateful and happy. And when I'm not looking my best, to me, not to, I don't care what anybody else think I should look like. But when I'm not looking my best, I tend to not feel my best. And confidence is the best sex appeal God could have ever gave us. So, and that's what keep me confident. So I can't pour from a half empty cup, meaning I can't pour into my family, my son, if I'm half empty, if I'm running on fumes. So I got to make sure I try to do something for myself. And that's
Absolutely.
the little things I try to do for myself.
And that's important, because you said
Yes.
something right there. Because if you don't have that confidence, it's
Yes.
going to manifest in other areas in your life.
I've seen it. I've seen it before. I've seen it. Yes.
and um,
Absolutely.
and then you do become grumpy, because nobody
Yeah.
wants to feel, just like any kind of way. You get
Hmm.
grumpy. And I know there's many times where I went to the grocery store, and trust me, my son said to me the other day, he was like, "You look like a homeless person." I'm like, "I just went in the store."
Listen.
You
I
know,
hadn't d- I had done my eyebrows in a while. Now, mind you, my eyebrows are permanent. Like I got them permanently microbladed on, but I still have to clean them up underneath. So I was giving Maverick a bath in the bathtub one night. He was like, "Mom, what's wrong with your eyebrows?" I hadn't done them in a while, and that during that time. I had a bad toothache that the dentist couldn't figure out what was going on with me for like a month. So I had really just gave up because I was mad because I couldn't eat, you know. So and it was reflecting. It was reflecting in how I was carrying myself. I was,
yes,
yeah, it had went from a toothache to now you only want to take care of your eyebrows. Now, and
it
that's
does.
how it go.
And it really does. It makes such a difference. And
Yes,
so,
yes,
like,
it
one of
does.
my hair care goals this year is to take care of my own hair. I have
Yes,
nothing against synthetic hair.
yeah,
This is a wig right here. You know,
yeah,
so I have no problems with that. But one of the things is to start getting back to me.
yeah.
And that's what's going to attract even success, because before you walk in any boardroom, you have to have confidence in your product. You have to have
That part,
confidence.
that part.
Yes, you have to have
Yes.
that confidence. Now you also offer lace front rigs. Let's see what some of the girls look like.
Oh, you want to see my homies? Let me
Yes,
show you my
your
girls.
homies.
Let me show you my girls here. All of my wigs are transparent lace,
Okay.
meaning you're not gonna have a problem with hiding the lace or the lace looking like plastic or none of that. All of my wigs, all of my lace wigs are 100% human hair. I don't sell any synthetic hair, not even my bundles. All my hair is pheromone infused, and all of it is single donor, and
Mhm.
all of it is 100% human hair. And when I say single donor, by that I mean, I'm gonna take this wig off. By that I mean, if you buy a quality, and if it's not quality, it don't even matter no way. If you buy a quality lace wig and you don't find a few gray hairs in it, that was not a single donor wig. And
Wow.
I just want to share this little piece of advice too. A single donor wig, meaning it came from one person. The hair was came from one lady, one, not her whole family, just one lady. And it takes a long time for those ladies to grow their hair to 18, 22, 27, 28. Now we wearing 30-inch. If
Wow.
that lady ain't got no gray hair, it did not come from a single donor because it takes years. So they gonna have some gray hairs. I don't care what color you give. You get a natural color wig, this is water wave. If you get a
Mhm.
natural color or you get highlights, three different hues. You gonna If you don't find a gray hair in there, it was multiple donors. It probably was the whole village that donated to
Wow.
make that wig. And with that being said, when you put heat on it, all the cuticles gonna be frayed. Like you're gonna have a lot of fuzzies because it's multiple cuticles on those strands because it's multiple donors. So please, ladies, keep that in mind. And ladies who've been wearing lace wigs and bundles for a long time, they know the game. They know you
Wow.
we know because I've been wearing lace wigs for many, many years. So it's kind of hard to fool me at this point, And I invested a lot of money, got scammed, lost a lot of money. And I chalk it all up to learning experience. That's just part of the game. So yeah, I just want to share that bit of knowledge with people because some people when I go to shows, Teresa, and they ask me, well, why I see a gray hair in here? Do you know how long it takes somebody to grow 30 inches of hair?
Right, right.
Yeah, you're not born with 30 inches of hair. I don't care what country you come from. So that's why. And
Now
yet
let's talk about the importance of that. The importance
yes,
of have a single donor.
the importance of having a single donor is the number one thing is your wig is gonna last longer. Like my wigs last anywhere from 3 to 5 years. I got a lace wig that I have had for 7 years. Is it thinner than when I first got it? Yeah, but I can still wear it, and it's a quality type of hair because when that, like I said, with a single donor, when the heat hit the hair is going to lay nice and flat. All the cuticles going to flow in one direction because they all the same cuticle. If it's
Right.
multiple donor, the more times you hit it with that heat, the more it's gonna frizz up.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know
Because
that. I got
yes,
educated today.
yes. And this is 20 inches and it's three different hues. All like I said, all my wigs are transparent. as you can see. So and also how you know transparent mean when you whatever type of natural part the hair come in, it won't look white right here. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It won't already look like it's a cap made onto it because it's transparent. Like you can even almost see the part right here.
And that would be important because you would want your natural hair to breathe, correct?
That is important. Well, it's lace, so it's breathable. Like air can flow through this anyway. But that's important because when you get ready to put it on, you don't want it to look like a fake scalp. You want it to look like your real scalp. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like you see how you can kind of see that natural part.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter like if you apply this, if you install this and you say, "Oh, I want a side part," you can go in here and pluck it anywhere because it's made on transparent material. You're not dedicated to just
Oh,
this part. You know, some wigs you buy wherever the natural part fall at, you can't part it nowhere else because it's made on that thick material that's not transparent. And it
okay.
makes a difference when you apply it, it's gonna still look like a wig. And
Got you.
that's not the look you want.
Got you. I want to tell everybody disclaimer too that at the bottom of the screen it says when I'm my conference information from before. Please just disregard that. I just jumped right in and didn't clean that piece up. But that's why I was looking down. I didn't even know it was there. I was so excited to get on and learn about these wigs because the sister needed one. This is
Yeah,
a good school. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because information is so important.
Yes, it is.
You know,
I mean,
and you want to take care of your own hair as well as have something
absolutely.
that would make you be presentable and have quality.
Yes. Quality is key. Like I would not invest $200 or $300 or $400 into something that's only gonna last me a few months. Like buying a good lace wig this is an investment. Like this will last 3 to 5 to 7 years with proper care, even the color ones, if you have a nice quality one. And the good thing is like everybody accepts Sezzle, Afterpay. Like you can get your wig tomorrow and just make $50 payments every 2 weeks, and you know you still walking around looking good. And I guarantee you, if you order a wig from True Vixen, your wig will be paid for. If you decide to make installments, your wig will be paid for way before, and you'll still be wearing that same wig for years because my wigs definitely are high quality.
Now, how
Definitely.
do you make? How do you take care of it? What's some of the maintenance things that we have that you need to do?
Okay, now mine, you don't are glueless. Like you don't have to put glue on them for one. That's the number one thing because they
Oh wow.
transparent. You don't have to glue yours down. And if I wasn't so self-conscious about moving my wig back and forth, I would show y'all that I never, I ain't gonna say never, but it's very seldom do I glue my wigs down because I work out so much and I can't stand that clumpy, gluey feeling on my skin. So that's the main reason how I got into the transparent lace wigs because I didn't want to glue mine down. So that's another reason that they last because
I
you don't
like
have to
that
put glue on these, yeah, and you
because
can
that's
part
what
it.
always kept me from buying them.
Yeah,
Because my edges are thin,
yeah,
and one of the reasons that my edges are thin is because medicine, sometimes medicine, but before it was even
a
medicine,
lot of time, yeah.
a lot what people don't know too is that when you have stress, it thins out your hair. And
Listen,
I'm oh my God. And
yes,
I'm gonna hand this to you. But one thing that happened to me too that I found out is that if you're someone that has COVID, because I work at
yeah,
a hair salon, and
mm-hmm.
we found numerous people coming in that who had COVID
Yeah,
19 and their hair thinned out and it was never the same. So they
yeah,
needed they needed something so they could go out and feel,
absolutely,
prideful about how they look, their appearance, because
yeah,
that's hard for a woman. Your hair is like the one thing that makes you you.
yeah. Yeah, it's not shallow to be if you associate beauty with your hair because I mean everybody has their preference, you know. And I even though I come from a hair industry background, doing hair for many years, I never really thought that I would care. Like I always was the type of person I said, well, you know, God forbid if I get cancer and all my hair fall out, I probably wouldn't even care about the hair because I wear wigs and weave anyway. However, when I had my son Maverick, when I went back for my 6 weeks checkup, because I had had a child so late in age, this is what the doctor said. I developed Graves' disease and my thyroid just stopped working. So by the time I went back for my 6 week checkup, I mean I couldn't even walk up a flight of steps without,
Wow.
breaking out in the sweat and losing my breath. Now, mind you, yeah, I was already in my late 40s when I had married, but still, I was
Yeah.
in good shape. I was running 3 miles almost every day. I had just lost 40 pounds. So I thought I was, ahead of the game. But the doctor was like, no, most women, especially African American women that have babies late in age, they usually develop Graves' disease. And you have Graves' disease and your thyroid ain't gonna never be the same. Girl, in 3 months after I had my son, I didn't have a strand of hair. I had always been wearing sew-ins, but I didn't even have enough hair to hold a sew-in in my hair.
Wow.
That's how I got hooked on these lace wigs. I ain't been back since. I was like, oh, I can just do this and I ain't got to glue it down. So eventually my hair grew back, but the more medicine I take, my hair come and go. It come and go. And every Wednesday is my beauty ritual where I do the glass of wine and the deep condition of my own hair.
Right.
Because even though I feel like sometimes I'm fighting a losing battle because it falls out so much, the more they increase my medicine, I still want to do that for me. That's
Yes.
just something I do for me. So I understand how it feels to be without hair because I was devastated when I didn't even have enough hair to hold in a sew in. So
Wow.
I definitely can understand that better now.
And one of the things that I went through, I got sick a couple years ago, is that the medicine that they gave me just thinned my hair out. I was combing my hair and it was just
Yeah.
falling out. And
Hmm.
another issue, I had a surgery last August and I was really sick and ended up having to get, numerous blood transfusions because it was a hernia surgery that really went wrong. And what ended up happening is the anesthesia.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about that because I
Mhm.
never experienced that before.
Yes, I experienced that when I had surgery. I had major surgery on my ankle in Chicago, Illinois, about 3 years ago. And like 2 weeks later, my hair just started being real thin, which my hair was shed a lot anyway, like I said, from the medicine from the Graves' disease from 2016. But it was like all over again. So I said, well, maybe my hormone levels are off in my thyroid because, the thyroid control your mood, your
Yes.
hormone, your appetite. Like the thyroid really tell the brain what to do. So when I went back to the doctor, he was like, "Oh no, that's to be expected. You just had a major surgery." I was like, "Well, I wish y'all had told me that before. Maybe I wouldn't have been so shocked,
Right.
from being under the anesthesia." But yeah, that definitely happens. Like a lot of ladies who have plastic surgery, fly all over the world to have plastic surgery, and the doctor don't tell them, you probably gonna lose a lot of hair because you was under anesthesia for many many hours, and they are shocked that their hair is leaving them. So I think we really have to do our research on a lot of things before we just listen to what the doctor tell us. So because the body is a very complex thing, it really is.
And I don't believe that many people realize the relation to your medical health in your hair.
Definitely.
That
And the stress level in your hair.
oh my
Yeah.
God, yes. That does a lot. And
Yeah.
so when you have a product like yours that's gonna last, it's worth the investment. And like I
Yes,
said
it
before,
is.
the most important thing you could possibly do is invest in yourself because we don't do
Absolutely.
that. And
Yes.
the holiday season is coming. I'm not even talking about, just Christmas, but lots of things are coming up. We have New
Yeah.
Year's Eve, we have MLK Day, because there's a
Yes.
lot of women that's out there that are business women or community activists and
Hmm.
they do things in their community for MLK Day. There's women that really take their time and during that time and just donate to the community and do
Absolutely.
things. So they want to be seen. So you want to make sure you keep up your appearance.
Yes.
Because if you don't keep up your appearance, people tend to think. And I've had this happen so many times with me because I go back and forth. One minute I can look like a homeless lady, and then the next day
Yes.
the next
I'm guilty.
the next day I can go from a homeless lady
Hmm.
to Whitney Houston in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Just give me a
Yep. I
mirror.
listen. I always,
Just give me a mirror in
yes.
my crayon box, which is makeup kit, and I can
Yes.
come out and you like, is that Michelle Obama? Who
What?
is that lady?
Listen, I always say the quickest way to go from looking like Whoopi to Beyonce is to get you a lace wig. That's the quickest way. I can do it. I can do it. That's the quickest way.
for Whippy to be on say. Get you a
Yes.
lace
Oh,
front.
exactly. Get you a
Then
lace
you'll
front.
be a vixen. Then
That's
you'll be
right.
a
If you
vixen.
yeah, if you have locks and you want to get something, blonde and shimmery like Beyonce, if you want to go from locks like Whoopi to long and glamorous like Beyonce, you can do that. This is the quickest way to do that.
That's
And you can
right.
do it for years.
Absolutely. Well, and you can look like Sierra because that's one
Yeah.
of my personal
Okay.
favorites.
Yes.
Okay, that's my girl. She bad, Sierra.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Yes, and she looks good.
Yes, she does.
You
Yeah,
know,
and
she's older than what we realize too.
yeah, and has a beautiful family, and she still seemed to keep her mental health and her physical health intact, and that's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
It takes a lot of work, but it's a blessing.
Now let's talk about mental health when it goes in relation to outside appearance, because there's people out there that really has gone through a lot from this COVID
Yeah,
pandemic. So when you become depressed, you don't really care how you look.
that's true.
You don't care how you look. You got things going on, and it was very hard on so many people, and they've lost so many, their loved ones.
Yeah,
So this is a treat to yourself, and say, you know what, I'm gonna look good for me.
exactly.
I know that there's some things that I went through, but I'm not going to drive in reverse. I'm going forward,
That's right.
and I'm going to make myself look the best that I possibly
That's
can, not
right.
for anybody else, but
That's
just
right.
for me. And that's something that we all can relate to, looking
Yeah,
our best. And now,
absolutely.
we can get our edges tight with your,
Yeah,
with your bomb. I'm calling
yeah,
you a bomb.
yep.
We can get the lace front. Now, what about your appearance? The most important thing that I noticed that people notice about people's appearance is their teeth. And I know that you have something right
Girl,
here about
listen,
the teeth. She made a
listen,
post right the other day, and
listen.
I was screaming about the teeth. How you don't want nobody with no raggedy mouth.
Cause listen, if I date a man and his mouth raggedy, there's no way he convinced me that he care about me. Because if you can walk around with your mouth looking like it look, and most of the people who don't take care of their dental hygiene, they pay a lot. They work us working class people. We pay a
Mhm.
lot of money for that insurance. Why we not use? We won't even take time off for what we paying into to go see the dentist. So I don't date people who smoke, for one. Like if you smoke, you definitely can't smoke in my house. You better not smoke in my car, and you certainly better not smoke around my son. I hate smoke.
I hate it too.
I'm a kisser. I like to kiss. So I don't care if they're your teeth or if you went and bought the teeth. They have to look, they have to be clean. Like they have to be clean, because that's the first thing I look at when somebody's talking to me, and that's their teeth.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the first thing I look at. Mine
I don't
might
want
not be perfect, but I bet you they not dirty.
I don't want nobody's smile look like Putty Tang. I don't want
No,
that
no,
at that
ma'am.
day.
No,
No at that day.
no, ma'am. Look, this
No
what Pootie
ma'am.
Tang need. Pootie need one of these. This this is my teeth whitening kit. Now,
Yeah.
again, I've always got compliments on my teeth my whole life, and I never even went to a dentist till I was an adult. I just always had nice teeth. But when I had my son, I blame everything on him. My teeth was not like that brilliant, vibrant white that I always used to get compliments on. And again, the doctor was like, "Well, you had a baby late in age, blah blah." The doctor blamed everything on Mary too. So I started whitening my teeth, and I hope this thing ain't too bright.
You
But
good.
this is the LED light that activates the gel, and it has a built-in tray.
Hmm.
This thing right here, woo! Let me just show you my teeth. Now again, all of these ain't mine, but the ones in the front are. I just got one put in the back. But these are, and people ask me all the time, do I have veneers? And I don't. These are my real teeth. Like I said, sit there on
Beautiful.
all that deal. But I whiten my teeth twice a week when I'm on my way to work. While I'm in the car, I'm riding around with this blue light in my mouth. I have heavy tint on my window. And again, if somebody see me and they ask me a question about it, that's a sale for me anyway. Once they see my teeth, so I be hoping they do
And
ask.
she do. I've seen
Yeah,
the video of her riding down the street.
I sure do. It get in my
Yes,
car, honey.
you do.
Listen, if people come outside with missing teeth, rotten teeth, no teeth, and all that. Why I can't come outside whitening mine? I'm trying to take care of myself. I'm a woman, like Wendy Williams say, like Wendy Williams is my sister in my head. Like my sister in my head, Wendy Williams say, I'm a woman of a particular age now, and I need to start taking better care of myself.
That's right.
So these True White teeth whitening kits comes with 5 of these.
Mm-hmm.
These and you can brush it on, and you probably can see the gel at the very tip of it. The gel will, this is a peroxide based gel. It will
Mm-hmm.
whiten your teeth by itself if you brush it on, but it'll also burn your gums. So that's
Ooh.
why the tray is designed to
Okay.
protect your gums and lips. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to turn it on.
That's fine.
So put some of the gel in here on both
Mm-hmm.
sides. It's double sided.
Okay.
Oh Lord, and the button is
That's
very
fine.
sensitive. Sorry, and you just put it in your mouth. I don't want to mess up my makeup, but you put it in your mouth and bite down on it and leave it in there for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Instant results.
Okay.
Now, in 3 days from when you actually use it, your teeth will be even whiter because your teeth have pores in them, just like your skin. So the light activates and opens up your pores and allows the gel to seep in. And then three
Mm-hmm.
days later, that's when your teeth are going to be as white as it's going to get from that particular session. At
Mm-hmm.
that time, you can do it again. So you can do it twice a week.
Okay.
And it's all my teeth whitening kits come in sensitive formula. So you don't have to worry about burning gums or getting sensitive teeth from this or any of that. And it actually works instantly. Like you don't have to wait no time, 20 minutes. That's all you need. And this is especially like if you drink coffee every day like me, but especially if you're a smoker. Please whiten your teeth.
I'm
Your
trying
kids
not to crack
will,
up. You are so funny.
I'm telling you, your
She
kisses
is
will be passionate.
passionate about this.
Y'all
Whiten your
passionate about some
teeth.
teeth.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about the gums? Because that's what I don't like about my years
Okay.
ago when I was a kid. We had some terrible water in the town that we lived in, and my gums used to be pink, and then they turned dark from
Yeah.
the stains from the water. And my mother was a working mother. Dental insurance then was like
Yeah.
hard to come by. You was lucky to have daggone health insurance.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so that was one of the areas that I've always wanted to clean up. So I had asked LaShonda about that. I said, well, if I buy your product, which I'm going to, I said, what about my gums? So tell the people who have dark gums, because some of them are just like I said, mine was that way from the
Yes.
staining from the water.
Yes. I would not recommend putting this directly on your gums, but anything that is light and this peroxide gel touch is going to deoxidize and lighten. Like I've never had trouble with dark gums. Now
Hmm.
that I'm getting older, they do look a little darker, but this definitely would lighten your gums as well.
From the light.
But yes, but do not add it. Do not add this directly to your gums because it will burn your gums if you do that. But it would definitely lighten it when you apply it to this tray and put it in your mouth.
Hmm.
There's no way for it not to get on your gums, so it's definitely going to lighten your gums as well.
No, that's awesome because I know some
Absolutely.
people also have that issue like I did with my
Yes.
gums. They got stained. And
Yeah.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the natural things that stain your teeth. What are some of those things?
Coffee, the number one thing. And I'm a heavy coffee drinker. Like when I lived in Illinois where it was colder more often during the year, I would drink like 4 cups of coffee a day. And I definitely saw a difference in my teeth. I'm glad you asked this question because this is a chart that comes with the teeth whitening kit, True White, and you'll be able to see what level you are from
Hmm.
this chart. Like as you can see, 15 is the yellowest,
Okay.
and one is the whitest. Like when I go to the dentist and ask them just out of curiosity, could they whiten my teeth? Because dentists offer this service now too, and they always tell me there's no need. You're not gonna get any whiter. So
Okay.
I'm already I'm at the level I need to be.
Oh, I
But
see.
yeah, but back to your question, coffee definitely stains the teeth a lot, and I've learned over time too to try to drink my coffee through a straw,
Okay.
although it don't always work that way because it's hot, but that prevents it from getting on your teeth. But since I can't drink it through a straw because I like my coffee really hot, this is how you can prevent it from staining your teeth as much. It's still gonna stain your teeth, but not as bad. After you drink coffee, rinse your mouth out with some warm water and spit it out, just because you rinsing those stains off. But coffee and teas are the number one things that stain teeth, and of course, smoking. Just stop. Just don't smoke. Just don't smoke, especially cigarettes. Just don't do it. Not
I,
not
I'm,
not
I'm
just
so tickled with you because you're passionate about this smoking. Just
yeah.
quit. Don't do it.
Just don't do it. You're gonna save a lot of money for one by quitting smoking, and it's gonna be better for your health, not just your teeth. But cigarettes is bad for your health all the way around.
And
So yeah,
there are certain medicines and certain medical conditions that affect your teeth. Like if you're
absolutely.
diabetic,
Yes.
that affects your teeth. Let's
Yeah.
get into that. Let's talk about how that affects your teeth.
Yeah, being taken, I ain't gonna say being diabetic, but taking the medicine definitely will alter the color of your teeth, and it also will make your teeth brittle. So if you on high blood, not high, if you on diabetes medicine, and you decide to start whitening your teeth, I would recommend that you only do it once a week, because for one, your teeth are already kind of sensitive and brittle if you've had that diabetic medication in your system for years. So just start off with just whitening your teeth just once a week and see how it goes from there. But I definitely wouldn't tell anybody who has diabetes and take medication, especially over a number of years, to whiten their teeth more than once a week in the beginning, because you got to gauge and see how it go with your teeth already being, a little brittle and sensitive. So,
Because
and the
there's
same
some
with high
people,
blood pressure.
yeah, there's some, and also there's some people. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
Let's get into the high blood pressure because I want to address something else. Your teeth that I found out that affects them.
Yeah, if you have high blood pressure and you're taking high blood pressure medicine, same as with being diabetic, your teeth are going to be a little more brittle. They're going to be probably more sensitive. So start out, whitening your teeth just once a week and gauge it from there. But there's nothing in these teeth whitening kits that will interact or affect the medication that you're taking for anything, because you don't digest this. And
Right.
this is just like a gel hydrogen peroxide, which is going to kind of take any coating off your teeth that you have and get to the natural white enamel and just make it even whiter. So you're not digesting this, but it can affect the medicine that it can work against the medicine that you're taking. If you've been taking it for a while and your teeth are already brittle or sensitive from that medicine, you might might not be able to do it more than once a week.
And what about people that are cardiac patients? Because I know that you can actually go to the dentist, and I've seen it. Dentists
Mm-hmm.
will go to the dentist, and they can tell if you have cardiac issues
Yes.
from your teeth.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else? And when you go to the dentist, they can also tell, like, if you have an eating disorder.
Yes,
Like,
and the
yeah,
acid.
because you'll have exactly the acid will be on the back of your teeth. And I learned that when I took a teeth whitening course a couple of years ago. And that a lot of people who have eating disorders, that because the acid on the back of their teeth has already decayed their teeth, there's really no need for them to even do teeth whitening, because at that point the teeth whitening only gonna make their teeth more brittle and they're gonna fall out eventually, like real soon. So yeah, if you have cardiac issues, like anything like that, you could still whiten your teeth, but just be very careful to take note to if your teeth become brittle, or if they feeling thin, or if they start the shape of them start changing, like maybe they're getting a little pointy. So you might want to take special note today, and again, just start off with just maybe once a week, because this is some strong stuff. Like it does what it says it's going to do. Like your teeth going to be white, there's no question about it. Your
Yeah.
teeth going to be white.
And because we're both not medical doctors, our disclaimer is this.
Absolutely.
I have to put this out there. That it's always a good idea to make sure that you have your annual checkups at the dentist as well as
Absolutely.
your primary care physician. And then when you come into those appointments, don't just sit there and just let him tell you something and walk back out. Ask questions about the things that
Yes.
concern you, because you're not just there for your physical health. You're also there for other, part of your appearance. So you can
Yeah.
say, doctor, I've been thinking about whitening my teeth. Maybe you were going through depression. Maybe you were sick and you want to, get your groove back. You
Yeah.
want to feel good. You want to get your pop back.
Absolutely.
You say, I was considering, whitening my teeth with an over counter product
Yeah.
by a trusted company, and I wanted to know can you check my teeth health? Go to the dentist. Are my teeth going to be something that would benefit this,
Absolutely.
or is it suitable for me? To
Yes.
do these kind of things, because there's been so many times that people have not consulted their primary care
Yeah.
physician or other physicians that they're under their care to ask them about things, and it don't turn out the right way, and then they want to
Yeah.
blame the product, and it's not the
Yeah.
product, it's the fact that you have pre-existing conditions.
Conditions, absolutely, absolutely. And if you smoke cigarettes, you probably not gonna ask your doctor, should you do it anyway? Because you know the first thing your doctor gonna tell you to do is not is to stop smoking cigarettes anyway. That's the first thing you should do before you can go to the doctor. Just stop smoking, then go back to
Please
them. And
stop smoking.
yeah, I'm anti-cigarette. Period. Like no, no.
I'll blame you. It's, you know what though? The other day, I was running to the store, and a coworker said to me, she was like, "Well, here's some money, and go pick up cigarettes at the Wawa," when I was picking up lunch, and I didn't think nothing of it. And everybody knows that I'm a Christian and I'm saved, but
Yeah.
all I'm doing is going to the daggone store, making a store run for people at work. I
Mm-mm.
mean, don't be so religious, back
Yeah.
up. So I got to the counter, and the man was like, "What did he say about $15?" I said, "For that
Hmm.
mess?"
Yeah.
And let me ask you this question. This is a good question, LaShonda. Does vaping affect your teeth?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, because it's going to discolor your teeth. Any type of smoke, because the vapor probably affected a little more because it's wet. It's got more moisture to it than a cigarette. So
Oh.
it's probably even worse for your gums too
Hmm.
because the vapor has moisture in it. So absolutely, absolutely,
Because
definitely,
people don't think about that. Yeah,
yeah,
I thought that was good. Yeah, that was a good point.
absolutely,
Yeah,
definitely. That's definitely going to discolor your teeth as well.
because the moisture is going to stain it like coffee stains itself
Yeah.
with moisture.
Mm-hmm. Now, will it help to rinse your mouth out with room temperature water after you vape? Yeah, it'll help. That will help, but it's still gonna discolor your teeth.
Would baking soda help?
Oh yeah, brushing your teeth with baking soda definitely will help. Absolutely.
Okay. When I was a little girl growing up, my grandmother used to have us brush our teeth with baking soda
Yes.
peroxide.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was so nasty.
Yes.
You stick in the
Yes.
peroxide and it
Mm-hmm.
bubble up. Oh God.
Yes. Yeah, but that stuff do work. It does.
Now let's talk about staining our teeth with wine,
Oh
because most
yes.
people don't realize that red wine ain't your friend in a lot of ways, but it do have some
Yeah.
benefit. It does.
Yes,
Red
I
wine does
love
have,
wine.
yes.
Yeah. It that wine does, and even a physician to tell you a glass of wine, has benefits. Not only will it not hurt you, but it probably have some health benefits as well.
Sure.
But teeth are like coloring on a piece of white paper. You might not see the stains instantly, but they coming. You going one day you're gonna wake up and be like, God, my teeth it's not are not as white as they used to be. Like they're actually kind of yellow. But again, just like with drinking coffee, if you drink a glass of wine, rinse your mouth out with room temperature water. Even the water you spit out, I promise you, it's gonna be red. Because when I drink coffee in the morning and I rinse my mouth out, that the water I spit out is brown. So
Okay.
that's how you know it's still in there. It's still
Right.
in it and it's still on your teeth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, so we've covered your wigs. Now, don't you do lashes and waist trainers?
Oh yes, I remember that.
Yes, we having such a
Yes.
good conversation.
Yes, I did. I want to. These are. I have two lines of lashes. I have the regular mink and I have the 3D mink. I'm only going to show you guys the 3D mink today because a lot of people who buy my lashes don't know that these lashes will last. Make sure I turn it right. You can take these off and reapply them up to 25 different times.
Really?
Yes, and you can take the lash off your eye, clean it, take the excess glue off, and put it back in this case so they can get their shape back again.
Hmm.
And then just close your case and let them dry. And you can come back and reapply these up to 25 times. They're not gonna
Wow.
tear, they're not gonna fall apart, they're not gonna rip, none of that. And it is some ladies like to curl their lashes like with the lash curler. You can do all that with these, and they come with the 3D mink come with a cute little mirror case, even though it's a little dirty right now, so that you can put your lashes on the go. Sometimes, if you like me, like sometimes when I pull them up to the church, I don't want to wear these lashes no more. So I take the ones I got off while when I part and put these on, because I mean that's what my little case is for. So yeah,
And how important is that case with shaping the lash?
it's very important because if your lash loses shape, it's going to be hard for you to put on. Like if your lash go from being the curved shape to straight, it's going to be hard to put on. And when you put it on, the corner's going to pop up before anything else because it want to go back straight. So it's very important that the lash maintains its shape, which is why I invested in this case so that you can keep them in.
Okay.
So yeah,
And what
that's
kind of
very important.
adhesive do you use?
I use adhesive 2-in-1 pen. I don't know if y'all can see these. I sell these too, and it's a adhesive and eyeliner pen. This is a clear one.
Okay.
So when you apply, let me put this in. This is my own personal one. I don't know if y'all can see. Can you see that? It's like an iridescent color.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Looks like a
when
little
I
purple.
apply that to my lash line and I let it dry for 2 seconds because this thing dry fast. And then I just pop my lash on and I sleep with mine on. I take a shower. I don't let direct water hit them, but I take a shower, wash my face normally and everything. And I don't have any problem. My lashes will stay on for about 7 days. And I
Wow.
work out, I sweat and everything. These pens come in black, the iridescent color like you have here, and
Yeah.
brown. And I sell these on my website as well. And this is like an eyeliner and a adhesive pen. And if you could see mine, I have mine on now. The
Okay.
eyeliner, yeah, to make
Yeah.
the little wing, yeah.
Now I'm gonna
It-
ask you a question. Are they hypoallergenic?
These, yes, the pens are hyperallergenic as well. Yes, that's why I put a top on them like this so they will stay clean.
Good, good, good. Because that's
Absolutely,
very
and
important. Because
yeah, and it's a
there's some people who get has very sensitive skin. That's why I
yes.
asked that question.
Yeah,
So
I'm one of those type that have very sensitive and acne prone skin. So I'm very cautious about what I put on my skin. But also the tip of this pen has to stay moist and it has to stay down when you're storing it
okay.
so that the adhesive inside can stay down. And when you if you shake it like this, you can feel it going back and forth
And
inside the pen
where's the ideal storage place for it to be?
in a cool place. In my medicine cabinet or in the bottom of my purse.
Okay. Cool, dark
Yeah.
place.
And they come in all different kind of cool colors and blinged out and all that. I like this thing. And
Wow.
they strong, like as you can see, the adhesive is strong.
I see. I was
Yeah,
gonna
like it
pull
don't
that joker off by
yeah,
accident.
it don't play. Yeah, the adhesive don't play. So it's good.
Now you mentioned keeping fit, how important that is to your health.
Yeah,
You
to
know,
me,
someone
yeah.
you said you have Graves' disease, and I have been diagnosed with cardiac concerns.
Okay.
So it's really important for us to get out there, for us to exercise. And I'm being
Absolutely.
honest with you, I'm in my slum area now. I didn't do what I'm supposed to be doing because I
Yeah.
actually had left meat alone completely.
Oh, that's good.
Just eating the chicken and the fish, and now I've gotten to the point where I love chicken, but the fish is getting to be a bit much. I mean, how many ways can you eat fish?
Yeah.
So the other day I had a burger, right? I'm gonna tell you this real quick. And when I was eating the burger, I was like, I don't like this. It just turned my stomach because I stopped eating it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I just decided we're at McDonald's. We never go there, but I was in a crunch and I'm like, let me just get a burger, try something new because I always just get the fish fillet. That's the only thing I buy on their menu, the fish fillet, and I like
Mm-hmm.
the fries. But getting back to, it's important for us to not, and I'm going to repeat, ladies and gentlemen that may be watching on the replay, for us not to make these unrealistic beginning of the year resolutions.
Yes,
It's ridiculous.
it
And
is.
we're done by the 18th. I know I
Yeah.
barely make it to the 18th when I make one of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So what's important is for us to just say, listen, like you said, as a woman of a certain age, myself included,
Yeah.
I want to make a lifestyle change. So with this lifestyle change is going to include this, but it's not going to include that. So just like, start gradually making it the lifestyle change because I'm
Yes.
telling you, when I stop eating meat, I only eat chicken and fish mostly. When I stop eating meat, I can't eat pork chops anymore, even though
Yeah.
I love a good pork chop. I
Yeah.
can't sit there and have a good steak. Steak makes me nauseous, and I
Yeah.
loved
Girl,
steak.
I love me a good steak too. And
I
I and I
love me a good
yeah.
steak, and I love me a good neck bone and some rice. My family from
Woo.
Alabama, from the country,
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
know. So I love that neck bones and rice is a dinner for me.
Yeah,
Yes, but
yeah,
I gotten to the point now, if I eat it, honestly, I gag. I just can't do it
yeah.
because
Your
I've been,
body's changing and used to not having that. And that's a good thing.
and it runs right through me. So it's
Yeah.
no point. There's no
Yeah.
point in doing it.
Yeah,
But
you just torturing yourself.
yeah, you said it, torturing yourself. But with that in mind, it's not just that piece of it, it's the exercise and
Absolutely.
getting ourselves together. And Lashonda also has another product line that I know is going to benefit so many people. I've used one myself in the past many times. Is that waist trainer that will get you snatched?
Yes, yes, it will. Listen, I have lost personally just this year an inch and a half from my waist just from waist training. I started in a size 3X. Now I'm in a 2X, but the 2X is really too big. I could really get an extra large if I wanted to. But the thing that I like most about my waist trainers, the True Vixen waist trainers,
Excuse me.
is that the belt is detachable. So,
Okay.
and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I mean if I can. As you can see, this is true. I have two belts on mine,
Okay.
but both of them are completely detachable.
Oh, that's
And they
neat.
come with this Velcro strip, and there's a Velcro line that runs down the middle of the waist trainer.
Oh, okay.
So no, even if I got on a silk shirt, you can't see anything. You can't, it's not lumpy and bumpy because the belts come off and both belts come off. This one is too.
Okay.
So and mine have zippers and hooks.
Okay.
And you can, if you can do this to your waist trainer, put your whole hand, it's too big. It's
Okay.
supposed to compress more than that. But because I invested in this type of waist trainer to have the belts come off, because when I want to wear a cute little sexy black dress
Hmm.
for a night on the town, I don't want to worry about looking lumpy and bumpy and people looking at me and being able to tell that I have a
Right.
waist trainer on because it ain't none of nobody's business.
That's right.
So I invested in the one that has the removable belts. I have two different kind of waist trainers. Actually, I have one waist trainer. Then I have the vest trainer. On the vest trainer, the belts aren't detachable, but on the regular waist trainer, the belts come all the way off, and you can clean them and store them. And when you exercise and you want to have the belts on, but if you have a night out in town or you have a thin shirt like this, a silk shirt, and you know that you're gonna be able to see the lumpy, bumpy waist trainer underneath, take the belts off. And you
Right.
looking slim and trim, your back rolls slim. And when you're working out, it gives you that extra sweat that you need.
That's
So I love it.
And
I
the
love
waist
it.
trainer train them, because when you walking down the
Absolutely.
street, you can train them in the way they should go. So you can snatch that off, and then
Yes.
when the kids act stupid, you can train them because you got two belts. It's right there.
Yeah.
You get that.
I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one
It's
second.
okay.
My son, what, his world falling apart. The tablet going dead.
Oh, well, that'll
It's
do it
on
right
the
there.
wall. Oh boy.
And that's important,
I'm
to really.
sorry.
No, you're fine. That's important to really have quality where you can pull that off and it won't show with your
Absolutely.
clothes.
Yes. And let me just share one other thing about my waist trainers. Everybody who's bought the regular waist trainer or the vest trainer, they always say, LaShawn, I didn't know your waist trainers were so good. Like, this is the best waist trainer I ever had. And you, just like with the lace wigs, you have to invest in a good one. My waist trainers don't pinch, they don't roll, ain't no wire poking in and out of you. That,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? There's no
that part.
bruising, there's none of that. So it's my waist trainer is only $65, and you can pay it with Sizzle or however you want to pronounce it on my website in 4 installments and have your waist trainer instantly. So there's no excuse for anybody to not be a little more confident about how they look and feel.
Absolutely. Now, where
Yes.
can you get these products at?
On my website, TrueVixen.com, TruVixxn.
All right. And where can they find you on social media?
Oh, on social media, you
Oh
can
boy.
find, yes, on social media, you can find me at on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, True Vixen Pheromone Infused Hair. TRUVIXXN.
Awesome.
And I'm sorry,
No, this
you
is
can
awesome.
you can call or text me or anybody on my staff directly at 813-553-2461. Any questions you have about any of our products, we respond personally.
That's what makes a difference.
Mhm.
So to say that number again.
813-553-2461.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Well, thank you so much for coming on. This was really fun.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I'm gonna have you on again, but this was really fun because you know what most people don't know. This is my cousin,
Yes.
so
Yes.
this is the first time.
Family.
Yeah, we did something together. So
Yeah.
as my grandmother used to say, you gotta keep the money in the family. So she's my
That's right.
cousin.
That's right.
Yeah. So I didn't want to say that to the end because I didn't want nobody to think that I was showing favoritism. But her products, she stand behind them and their
I do.
quality.
I absolutely do.
Their quality. So you're gonna get the best. You know, you're
Yes.
gonna get the top of the line and the creme of the creme. You're gonna
That's
get
right.
something that you invest in that will
That's
have
right.
a long-term benefit. And why not
Exactly.
invest in yourself? You're the best person to do it for.
That's
You don't
right.
nobody else gonna do it if you don't do it.
That's right. You absolutely right.
So it was a pleasure having you on, LaShonda.
Thank
We'll have you
you
back
so
on
much.
again. Yes, we had this was really fun. I
Yes.
actually felt like nobody else was in the room.
Me too. Me too.
I did. I felt like nobody else in the room. And check her out on social media. And I teased her. That's why I was laughing about social media because every time I'm on social media, this lady right here. And we were talking the other day privately, and I hit like my one of my little short videos, keeping it real Friday, and I said, I'm so sick of hearing my voice. Why are you sick of hearing your voice?
Yeah.
When they think of
How you
us, they need to think of you. I'm like, oh
exactly? You can't be
God.
sick of your own voice.
Over and over again. Trust
No.
me. Trust me. But she's one of the best in the business. I don't put anybody on
You.
this platform that I don't believe in. I don't care. You know, and God has really graced me with some other family members that's
Yes.
truly talented in various ways. One of
Yes.
my cousins, Donna Dickerson Holland, she's truly talented with doing displays with the fruit and
Oh
all
wow.
that fancy stuff. She does it. Donna has always did it. Mikey is the one. If you ever wanted to get that kind of stuff done, she's going to kill me. She never knew I was going to do a shout out. Donna Dickerson Holland. She's on
Yeah.
Facebook, and she does a great job with any kind of chocolate dip fruit and
Wow.
displays for parties and
That is a talent.
decoration. You know,
Yeah.
she is the Black Martha Stewart in our family.
Okay.
She always does that kind of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
we all three of us got to get together one day. You would love that.
Definitely.
But it's
Sooner than later.
sooner than later. But it's
Yeah.
really blessing to have a family that have, you know, we have
Definitely.
gifts and we have to just support one another, even not
Absolutely.
just the family, but as a community, a whole,
Yes.
as women as whole, we have to
Hmm.
support ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you guys for tuning in to Launch the Jesus Initiative. I'm
Yes.
your Latoya Cunningham, and this is my special guest, LaShonda Spencer. And I thank you. And go and check out the products,
Please.
TrueVixen.com.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And we'll see you guys again soon. Bye bye.
Bye.